Hi, welcome. This is day 23 and 24 of a 42-day Facebook Substack Substack Live, and I missed yesterday. And the standard that I've always done when I do a 42-day challenge of anything, and the whole idea of doing the 40 days is to create the habit. And the rules had been in the past, when you miss a day doing it, you have to start back at 1. And I'm challenging that today and saying, "Bullshit, no, I'm gonna use this as 23 and 24 day." I'm gonna do that because yesterday I was on Zoom for 4.5 hours, 2 in the morning and 2 at noon my Eastern, and 2.5 hours at 7 p.m. Eastern, and it was fabulous. Absolutely wonderful, and I kind of forgot. Actually, I was so thrilled. It was past midnight before I realized that I had overlooked doing this. I'm giving myself grace and saying, "Yay," because the wonderful thing is, it was in the first session. I did a session at noon, and then I did a repeat of that session, and I reinforced something that I've known before, which is when I do something a repeat of something, especially close together, it's never the same. Something always happens, and I love doing this with experiential with people, and I think a lives are they're living organisms, especially when you have a class where you want to interact with them. This is wonderful. It was called Your Next Paid Yes, and to let you know where that came from is over 6 years ago, I was on Women's Prosperity Network's podcast called Wow Wednesday, and 5 hours before I was supposed to be on, the sister who was the host, her name was Nancy Matthews, she's now here on Substack. We got a hold of she called me, I called her, we talked, and she said, "Donna, you gotta have something little to buy. Stop giving everything away for free. People it just becomes mess." So I decided that I'd do a mind-shifting deep dive, and in 5 hours, I was able to get up a really, amateur-looking page and hooked up to a shopping cart, and I charged $11 for it. And one of the things that is such a delight is 45 minutes afterwards, I checked the shopping cart. I finally was able to do that. I had 38 people who had enrolled, and I went, "Holy crap, I guess I'm doing something right." And it's been so phenomenal because at that time, I was dealing with 24/7 caregiving for my mother, and I had completely ignored my business account. They were just basically paying for all the subscriptions you have and the things, and basically one of my accounts had 0 and the other one had 3 digits. I was gonna have to replenish that, and I wanna let you know that doing something little, really, really tiny, what's gonna happen is that when you do it that way, it can lead to a prosperous future. Massive passive income is going to be based on having a suite of mini courses, of mini, MINI, small courses, things that is really your passion. And this program, actually, this one I'm doing in 2 2-hour sessions because I wanted to give you everything that I had. And what I found, this is phenomenal. Everybody who had enrolled, but one person was able to come, and they were able to put a date for their next paid course or workshop live because it's important for it to be live. Everyone did. And when you put a date, when you put it on your calendar, it's not a to be determined, and you give it a name. Sure, you might want to change the name a little bit later. That's phenomenal. And by the way, I'm going to tell you a secret. I'm actually, I've almost got it finished. I'm creating a custom GPT that will work with you as I'm trying to train it to be me, to be the pocket performance coach, to help you craft a masterclass in 30 minutes. I'm really excited about that. I'll let you know about it later. So, I'm Donna Blevins, your mind shift mechanic, and who I have now surfaced as the course doula, helping you birth your babies and get the brilliance out of your brain and into your bank account. See you tomorrow.